Welcome to Fab Talk with Trish M, prophet, pastor, teacher, CEO of Trish M Enterprises, author, wife, mother, and your podcast host. If you're ready for the word, the way, and the truth, then this podcast is for you. Get ready for another level in the things of God, motivation, inspiration, and empowerment that's going to catapult you to new dimensions. Hold on tight. It's time for Fab Talk with your girl, Trish M. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Hello. Happy fabulous day to you. Y'all know what time it is. It is time, y'all. It is time. Fab Talk with Trish M podcast is live where we're giving you a special faith and fashion segment. Y'all know how we do. But before we get started, do us a favor, share the broadcast, start a watch party. It's about to be on and popping. Okay. Facebook, we see you. We love you. We appreciate you. YouTube, we see you. Instagram, we see you. If you are not following the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the things, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review, where we give you the good in the hood. We give you new that's in the boo-boo. We give you food for your soul. It's gonna make you whole. Yes. So we cannot wait to give you all the deets on today. Okay, Tamika, you ready to get this party started? All right, let's do this.
Okay, all right. Hello, fabulous ladies. Okay, what I'm rocking today is one of our inspirational tees. And this one says, God is still writing your story. Stop trying to steal the pen. Like, why are we always trying to be up in God's business?
Be like, let me help you out. Let me help you out.
Yeah, he's writing the story, okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm rocking out in our hat. This is our pray behind my back.
Pray behind my back.
Yeah, don't talk behind my back, but
pray
behind my back, okay? And I have paired this with our newest stretchy pencil skirt that we've gotten in. I'm gonna stand up so you guys can get a better look of it, because this is our LaRouche pencil skirt. You see, y'all see that ruching right there?
Okay.
Look, check it out. Yes,
I'm
absolutely loving this. It's super stretchy. I'm a size 12. I'm rocking out in the medium in this. So it has lots of stretch. It goes up to an extra large 2X.
Yep.
But it also comes in another color. It comes in a sage green that is super beautiful. And then it comes in the leopard print. You know, we can go wrong with the leopard print. And so check these out. When you get on the site and y'all see Trish rocking it, you're going to be like, yeah, add it to the cart. Add it to the cart.
Hunty.
Yes. And then I'm rocking some arm candy here. We have these bangles. They are stainless steel. And I absolutely love these, and I've just paired it with some other bracelets. Well, this was actually a Trish M set as well. We don't have that one in anymore, but I've just paired them together to get me some arm candy. So, ladies, we have all the things that you need. Yes, all the things. But this blue, like this is everything. I can't wait to try this one on.
How you doing, girl? How you doing? Like, this is so fabulously free. This right here, I love this. Tamika, I forgot the name of it though. What's the name of this pretty thing? Like, we gotta look it up.
Yes, because
this, so dreamy.
Yes, so dreamy. Because when I was like, yes, that matches it. It's dreamy.
It is so dreamy. The baby blue, so dreamy maxi dress, y'all. This dress is so comfortable. It's so cute. Yes. You could dress it up. You could dress it down. I dress it up a little bit because I put on some clear heels with it, but you can easily rock out some cute little sandals, some little wedges. I'm telling you, it is so Cute.
Love it.
And I'm rocking on a size large. This goes up to an extra large. So we have several sizes in, but it goes up to an extra large. And I love this little detail in the center. Y'all may not be able to see this, but it's like this gold piece that's in the center of this, and it is so cute. And then I paired it with our fabulously free earrings. These are custom earrings by Trish M, and they are super, super cute, and they are so bold. That's what I love about this. They are super bold. I love it with my fro because it stands out. Big hair, don't care. Big earrings, do your thing.
It.
Okay.
The whole look.
The whole look. And of course, I can't go anywhere without my bling, 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 bling. Y'all listen. We have these. These are fabulously free tumblers. We have this in like the bling. We have it in an animal white bling. We have it in the rose red. We have it in red. We have it in purple. These are absolutely
fabulous. It's a black bling too.
We got a black bling. Okay. So you're going to love these. And y'all, guess what? We got something coming soon. We got a whole bling family. Like if you got the little fans, we got the fans in the bling that we're going to be adding to the site. So to all my girls that be getting hot during the summertime, hot girl summer. But you know, for us, hot girl summer mean pull out your fan because it's hot. And so we got the blinged out fans that we're adding to the site today.
Super fab.
They are so fab, and they go perfectly with the blinged out tumblers, the fabulously free tumblers. And so we got the blinged out fan, blinged out tumblers. We got a lot of bling coming your way. So yeah, so this is for my girls that don't like to stand out a little bit. You don't just like to blend in. And so this is going to be perfect, perfect, perfect for you. So check these looks out at shoptrishm.com. That's shoptrishm.com, where you can get the latest and the greatest that is new in the boo. Okay. The boutique, that is. All right. Again, this is So Dreamy Maxi. These are our inspirational tees, Pray Behind My Back cap, our bangles. This is our La Rouge pencil skirt that is super, super stretchy, fabulously free earrings. We got the whole look and nothing but the look. Okay. ShopTrishM.com. You can use code FAB10 to get 10% off the look of the day. All right. So that is the fashion part of it, but we know it's not enough to look good on the outside. We want to be good on the inside. We believe in wholeness, spirit, soul, and body. And so we're going to tap into the spirit of things, the soul of things, because we want to change your mind, change your life, and change your destiny. We want to take you to another level of being who God has called you to be. And so on today's episode, all right, we have an inspirational quote from Trish M the week before. It said, God didn't forget you. He's preparing the platform. Hashtag wait well. All right. So God didn't forget you. He's preparing a platform for you. And so we're going to talk about the revelation of the platform, because many people think a platform is like the stage and I got to have a mic in my hand and that's my platform. No, that is not the ultimate meaning or definition of a platform. When God says he's preparing the platform for you, that means that he's preparing something that deals with your purpose. So let's break down platform. A platform is a place of visibility, meaning where God puts you on display. God can put your gift, your talent, your anointing on display in front of one person. And that one person can change your whole life. Right. And so a lot of times we think, I got to be before a lot of people. But the display, the platform, God, where you have prepared, preparation will meet opportunity when you connect with the one person that has your next level in their hands. So platform is a place of visibility where you can be seen, your gift, your talent, all of that. And it only takes one person to do that, to take you to the next level. Platform is also a position of influence. A lot of people don't understand that your platform is how you are influencing people. So what is it that you are doing to be an influence? Where is your voice carrying weight? What are you saying? How are you saying it? Because your platform, God could put you on Instagram, God could put you on Facebook, YouTube, on TikTok, but you have to make sure that you're using your platform well, because you have to make sure that you're influencing God's way. Right. A lot of people just get on these platforms and just share any and every little bitty thing that people really don't need to know. But I beg you to, in these last days, to make sure you are using your platform for good, where you can share Jesus. So that's a position of influence, and you are influencing people. Social media, you're influencing people at family reunions, you're influencing people at church. Right. That is your platform. It's a place of assignment where your purpose is fulfilled. Your platform may be over a certain small group. Your platform may be over a certain department. Your platform may be whatever the assignment of the Lord is on your life for that particular season. That is your platform, right? And so you got to understand that your purpose is being fulfilled while you're in that small group. Your purpose is being fulfilled while you're on this women's trip, right? When this retreat we're about to go to, because there's an assignment on your life. Wherever you go, God has given you a platform to walk in purpose. Oh, I got to say that again, because people think that platform is a stage. Right. A platform is a space of assignment, that wherever you go, if you can walk in purpose and fulfill an assignment, that is your platform, right? Your platform for today might be to go to Walmart and pay for the person's bill, food that's standing in line behind you. That is your place of purpose. God may have you today on that assignment in that particular platform for that particular purpose. And so we have to understand that. And then the fourth thing I want to give you for as a platform is a stage of responsibility. Your platform, what is your responsibility as a mother? That's your platform. Right. As a wife, that's your platform. As an elder in the church, as a minister in the church, that's your platform. You got to think whatever your job is, that's your platform. And so it's a stage of responsibility. But watch this, where your character is being tested. We have someone now, and I'll call it that because everybody knows it's been all over social media, Dr. Cheyenne, who is technically not a doctor, but has portrayed herself as a doctor. And so it's creating so much chaos on social media. Well, why is there chaos, right? Because this is where character, your platform is where character is going to be tested. Right. And so she's in a situation right now where her character is being tested because she portrayed herself on her platform as something that she's technically not. Ooh. And so you have to understand that your platform, wherever God puts you, is also a place where God will test you. He will allow you to be tested so that people can see really who you are. Are you really who you say you are? And we're going to judge that based on how you handle your platform.
Oh, that's so good.
Woo. And so we think about this. Genesis, Joseph's platform was the palace, but his preparation was the pit and the prison. Esther's platform was the throne, where she became queen, but her preparation was hidden. 1 Samuel, David's platform was the kingdom, but his preparation was in the field. And so your platform and your preparation go hand in hand. And so we have to be mindful of that. The platform is not where you started, but it's where you are revealed.
That's good. Oh, that's good right there.
You want to add something to that? Like,
you pretty much summed it up, because when I seen platform, I was thinking along the same lines. Like, everybody thinks it's having the mic, being on the stage, but your platform could just be being a wife, being a mom in your home. It could be wherever you stand at work. It's really essentially just a place of influence. Again, like you said, being out in Walmart, it's really us being an influence of shining our light before others, so that they can see God. Because the platform is not about us. It's about,
we make it about us.
Yes, that's
the
so
problem.
true. But it's essentially, it's not. And I just say that God has, and in that preparation, but God has prepared a place for you, but He's prepared it for a certain time, for a certain season, and in that time of preparation, that we have to stay active and be purposeful in that preparing, because waiting is not passive.
Right.
Like you're like, oh, I'm just waiting until I get the mic. I'm just waiting until I get on the stage. But that's not where the platform is.
It's not.
It's your everyday walk and what you're doing, whether it be at home, on your job, just out and about.
But we have to understand that whether or not you are ready, your platform will reveal it. Because some people are so excited about getting in a position or getting in a place, and then the pressure that comes with that. Yeah. People don't understand. I'll take it something simple. A lot of women that I know are excited about getting on the platform of being a wife. Right?
Yeah.
That's their platform and they should have that, right? But the pressure that comes with that, the issues that could come with that, where you have to deal with conflict, you got to deal with not being independent anymore, you got to deal with living with somebody else, you got to deal with them not being perfect when you want them to be perfect, not saying when you want them to say, doing when you want them to do.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I want that platform, but in a lot of women's head, they think it's like this Cinderella story, like once I get married, everything is going to be perfect and da 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 da. And but God is like, no, this is why I'm preparing you for that platform, because there's a lot that goes with that platform. And so the platform is where is not where you start, is where you're revealed. So it will be revealed whether or not you are ready, whether or not you can handle the pressure, whether or not you need to go back and study some more.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you get in there and you start teaching people crazy stuff, and somebody like me, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm be like, well, wait now. So are you? And then if you're not ready for that, it's revealed that you might need to study a little bit more. You might need to dig deeper a little more. And so that's not a bad thing, actually. That's if you're humble enough to receive that, that's a good thing, because now you can go back and you can get stronger.
Right.
You can get better. You can get wiser. You can learn what it takes to be a fabulous wife. You can learn what it takes to teach on certain things. You can learn what it takes to have to truly be a good CEO. Because when you become a CEO of a business, that's a platform. And when you get in that, you realize the pressure that comes with that isn't what you thought it was. And so it's like people got to understand that platforms come with humility.
Right.
Like it's a place that is revealed, but only the humble will be exalted from that.
So
but the pride will be like, oh no, I'm good. I know all. I can do this. No. You're not listening. God is revealing to you on this platform that you need a little bit more of this, and you got to be okay with that.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you're going to get taken off the platform. That just means go back and study some more. Go back and learn some more. Maybe pause for the cause and educate. Go to a seminar, read a book, because it will be revealed on your platform that you don't know as much as you thought you knew.
Yes, that's so good. And then I think you said a little bit earlier that it's weighty. It's very weighty.
It is very weighty. It is so weighty. And so understanding that, you got to be okay with the weight that comes with your platform. You got to be okay with that. And you got to be okay with the patience. Go ahead.
Oh, and then you're talking about like, it's going to be revealed if you need to grow more. So then even when I just said that it's weighty, it makes me think about when you're training a weight trainer, and they have to start out with just a little bit, but as they continue to grow, then they add more weight. Oh
yeah, they don't just, let me put 500 pounds on here today and just go for what I know, because they know that they could get hurt in the process of trying to carry that platform that they didn't build themselves up to be able to carry. And so that is a perfect example of getting on a platform and being okay with building up, continuing to grow and to build to where you need to be so that you can handle the weight of what you're carrying.
Oh, that's so good.
So, why waiting is part of platform preparation. So, this is a great segue to this conversation. Why waiting is part of platform preparation. Waiting, we have to understand, is not punishment, it's construction. And think about it like this: when you're building a building, a house, you start with the foundation, right? The house doesn't get up, stand up in one day and be like, yo, I'm here. This is my platform.
Right.
The house knows that it has to go under construction, or the builder knows that the house has to go under construction. And so, God, what He does in that waiting period of giving you a platform, whether we talked about all the different platforms, visibility, influence, assignment, and responsibility, which ties into character and purpose and voice, and where you're on display before somebody. What God will allow you to wait, because He's building your capacity, your ability to hold all that He has for you in this season. He's building your capacity. He's strengthening your character. He's aligning your timing, because God's timing is always perfect. And we always want to rush timing. And God is like saying, no, I'm aligning timing with purpose. And He's purifying your motives, because sometimes we can understand, like, we got a call on. I'll go back to ministry. We can understand that we have a call in our life, right? And then some people think, oh, well, I'm anointed. I preach the wall. I pray the walls down. Give me the mic so I could preach the walls down. When I used to hear this, when I was growing up, and people used to prophesy over me, oh, you're a prophet. You're this dynamic woman of God. I used to think that they were crazy. Like, who do they think I am? Because I'm so young. I'm inexperienced. I haven't read the Bible all the way through. And so I would always think, why do they see me like that? And then I never had, even when I started growing in ministry, that word always followed. You're a prophet, you're a powerful woman of God, you're this, you're that. And God is going to have word after word. I never wanted to go into anybody's church to get a mic. What I wanted was, I said, let me grow. Let me sit at somebody's feet. Let me continue to learn and develop and cultivate the gifts that I have. Let me see what God is going to instill in me, so that I can be prepared for that moment where the platform is made, whether that platform is a small group, whether that platform is being the director of prophetic ministry, because I did that for years, where I would just be before prophetic mouthpieces. I didn't get in the pool. I didn't get in their church and preach in their pulpit. I understood my assignment, that my platform then required me to get in people's pulpits and preach. My platform required me to study, to grow, and to develop. And then God would send me people from around the world that I could privately, watch this, privately put them on my Zoom, on my trainings, and I'm going to privately pour into them, because nobody else have to know, or I don't have to preach in people's churches. I understand my assignment.
Yes.
And so we got to understand that when we discover purpose, when we discover that, we have to figure out a way to grow in that, and not assume that just because people have prophesied over me, or because I could pray the walls down, now I got to be in somebody's pulpit every Sunday. As a pastor, I'm the executive pastor of our church, Mind of Christ International. My husband is the senior pastor. I don't expect him to pass me a mic every Sunday and be like, preach the walls down, woman. Right. Even though I could at the drop of a dime, I understand my place. And my place, I might show up every week for prophetic people. I might show up every week for the women. I might show, because I understand that's my platform, right? And I got to keep growing in that area, even though I could get up there and preach the wall down every Sunday.
Right.
That is not the fullness of the capacity of what God has for me. My assignment, part of who He's called me, I'm a support in that area. But I'm a lead. Boom. Guess where? In these areas. I have to make sure I'm speaking to women, empowering women, strengthening women. I'm a lead in the prophetic. I have to make sure that I stay on my P's and Q's, learning and growing so I can develop. But I also understand that when I am given that platform, that you better do what you got to do, girl, because you don't get these moments all the time. So when you do have it, you embrace it. So understanding your platform and how to be present, how to evolve in your platform, and understanding your position within those platforms, that is so important.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that actually kind of speaks to where I am now, even in ministry. And that's been one of my prayers, is that I steward the moment well. And even coming in, my prayer was like, show me where I need to grow in this.
Yes.
Because growth is always needed. And then and so I was thinking about it, makes me think about a waiting room, like when you're in a waiting room. So it's designed as a designated space for people to stay while they're waiting. So they're waiting for that time, like you said, it's God's time, and they're waiting to be revealed.
Yes.
And then you think about, what does the waiting room do? It helps to regulate the flow.
Yes.
It helps with the capacity.
Yes. So we're not overwhelmed. The doctor's not overwhelmed. People not overwhelmed. And there's a time for that. And you got to be okay. And a lot of people can get impatient in the waiting room, but you got to be okay with knowing that God has a time for you to show up.
Yeah.
And to do certain things. And when he does, you have to be ready for that. And you got to be okay with that. And you got to know that this is so much bigger than you. Like, this is about what God is trying to do in you, through you, for you, and how he's trying to help you help others in the process of that. And so that's why, I take this, for example, with the women. I love seeing women flourish. I love seeing them look beautiful. I love seeing them look fabulous. I love that. And I'll tell them all the time, oh, you look so fabulous. Oh, you are too cute. Like, because that's part of my purpose. And so I'm gonna, little things like that. People don't think that that's a big thing, part of your purpose. That's your platform to empower women. Just by the simple say, oh, you're so cute. Oh, girl, I love your hair. But you don't know, just you purposely walking in that part of your platform, how that can help one woman.
Yep.
Who walked through that door downtrodden, depressed, anxious, fearful. And you said one thing, because you were walking in your purpose on your platform, which ain't have nothing to do with a stage, but had everything to do with this woman being in your presence, and you using your gift, your talent, your anointing, your platform to speak into her life. And it built her up and empowered her in a moment where she was feeling low.
Yes. Oh, that's so good.
That's how we use our platforms effectively. Habakkuk 2:3 says the vision is for an appointed time, that we have to wait for it. And in the process, it's like what you're saying. We don't be stagnant while we're waiting. We're actively doing things, whether it's the simplest things. And while we're waiting. So if God gave it instantly, we might not be able to sustain it, because it's too much at one time.
Man,
and now, now we're waiting, and that didn't. Now we got too much at one time, and now we damage what should have been prospering.
Ooh.
And
it's so good.
So how do we wait well on our platform? I'm going to give you some keys we're going to throw at you. How to wait well. One, wait with purpose, not passivity. Tamika just said that. Wait with purpose and not passivity, meaning you keep developing your gifts, keep sharpening your voice, study and grow spiritually. Luke 16:10 says, he that is faithful in little will be faithful with much. And what you do in private determines how you'll handle the public. And it's so funny, because I remember growing up in ministry, when I first learned that I'm in fivefold, I pastor, teacher, apostolic, what's the other one? Pastor, teacher, prophet, apostle, and evangelist. How God will send you out to preach to the nations and all of that. When I first realized I was called into fivefold, one of the things that I used to do, and I tell people this all the time, I would literally go in my room. I would write my sermons out and I would preach to the walls and I would record myself. And I would record myself preaching to the walls. And then after I preached that 30, 45 minute sermon, I would go back and listen to myself for 30, 45 minutes. And then I would take notes on what I did well, what I did okay, and what was horrible. And then I would write notes on how could I improve. Why?
That's so good.
Because I would, and my husband would be in the other room, listen to me preach to the walls and recording myself, and in my notebook, go back and write down how I could be better. I literally did that, right? Because I was stewarding well the anointing on my life. I did not mind hearing how horrible I was, because if I didn't hear it, how can I improve it? If I wasn't aware of it, how could I improve it so that when I did get up
today, oh, that was for me.
That was for me. And then people would talk about me and they would say, well, I hate hearing myself and I want to hear myself. I'm like, well, how do you know what you're doing wrong if you're not paying attention to what you're saying? How do you know what you're doing wrong if you're not paying attention to what you're saying and how you're saying it? I used to teach school, and I went in school as a school teacher. Many of you know I taught school for 8 years. I was an international baccalaureate teacher, teaching college level Spanish to high school kids. And one of the things that I wanted to do with my platform was I wanted to make sure that if I bored myself, that I was a horrible teacher. And that was not what I wanted to do. I went into my classroom every single day trying to figure out a way that I could sell Spanish to my kids. Sell Spanish to my kids, meaning make them buy into what I was teaching so that they could learn, grow, and evolve from it. And so I went in with the mindset that if my intonation, the rise and fall of my voice, games, activities, monotone, I would monitor all those things to see how I can engage my students. How could I get them going? How could I make them love Spanish? Because I'm selling this to them and I need them to buy what I'm selling. And so I took that same mentality with preaching and teaching, like how if I'm preaching to the walls, will the walls fall asleep? How's my intonation? Because there's things like you got to understand. Sometimes you could be too loud, too soon. Sometimes you just need to just give it to them straight. Sometimes, but if we're not self-aware, if we're not aware of how to flow in that platform, we'll miss critical moments. We'll miss critical moments of how to take my anointing of preaching, teaching, prophesying to another level. So yes, I preach to the walls. I listen to myself. I evaluated myself. I was my biggest critic, but also my biggest supporter and also my biggest cheerleader. My husband was laughing at me the other day, y'all, and I know we're sitting on this, and he was laughing at me. He went to the church with me, and I was working on a dance for the church, and I would literally, and he sees, I record the entire thing. Yep, I do. See, I'm trying to teach y'all something, how to take care of your platform. I record the entire thing. And then after I record it, I get tired after about, and I sit down, I'll watch my recording. And he was in the back and I was sitting there and I was looking at something. I was like, oh girl, no. And I said, oh, okay, Trish. Yeah. Oh, you got to figure out how to do that again. So I'm in there talking to myself. He's in the cafe. He looks. He's like, yeah, cheer for yourself.
I love it.
Cheer for yourself. I love it. Oh, you missed that one? He's like, okay. But listen, this is a lifestyle for me. Because I'm always looking to see how I can get better in the simplest things. Like dance is I'm not like perfect in that. But even the simplest things like that, when I do have that platform to get up before people, and that's every now and then, I'm going to make sure that I am self-aware of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Yeah. And if I don't hear myself, how can I evaluate? How can I grow? How can I get better? You got to not be afraid to hear yourself make a mistake, to hear yourself mess up, to hear yourself sound stupid. Yeah, you might sound stupid, you might look stupid, but at least you're self-aware. Yeah. And you can build off of that. And so, yeah, he was laughing at me. He was like, he said, baby, one thing about you, you're going to chew yourself on and you want to let yourself know what you ate. When that was a miss.com. And I said, yeah, because I take any platform that God allows me to be on seriously. I do.
I took notes on that.
So, yeah, so wait with purpose, not passivity. The second thing is wait with trust, not doubt. Mm-hmm. So the enemy will whisper, God forgot you. It's taking too long. It's not going to happen. Or when I was listening to myself preach, oh, you sound horrible.
Right, right.
So, it's the little things that the enemy may whisper in your ear. But waiting well says God is intentional and not forgetful, and that they that wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. That's it. They will mount up with wings as an eagle. They will run and not faint. And so this is what I tell myself is that I trust God that as I wait well, that he's going to continue to anoint me and pour into me so that I can get better every single day. Yeah. I can get better. I can do this. And so that's been the thing with me, because it's easy when you're in a waiting season to doubt. Yeah. It's so easy to doubt. And it's easy to give up because you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go back to the drawing board and forget all this.
Throw in the towel.
Throw in the towel, because it's whispering spirits that get in your ear to make you think, oh, for the woman that's waiting to be married, oh, ain't no man going to want you, girl. You getting too old. You got children. You know what I'm saying? And so those whispering spirits will come in. And you have to command your atmosphere, command your thoughts. You gotta command your faith, because if you're waiting with trust and not doubt, you have to command your faith to rise up when moments of doubt want to win. So,
just then when you said that, command your faith. So one of my points was to be faithful in what God has already placed in front of you.
Yes.
So our faithfulness and our current everyday responsibilities, that's what builds the character and the weight for what's to come.
That is so good, because it is definitely going to build that character. The third thing is wait with, watch this, transformation, not frustration. Ooh,
good.
Wait with transformation and not frustration, because waiting changes you. Your mindset should be maturing and not getting worse. Your emotions should be stabilizing. Your spirit should be strengthening. Romans 12:2 says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So the platform requires a version of you that didn't exist yet. Waiting is going to require a version of you that didn't exist yet. That's why you have to transform your mind from the old way of thinking to a new way of thinking, because a new you has to manifest while you're waiting. Because God says you can't pour new wine into old wineskin. So you want this new platform, this new you, this new purpose, this new direction. But God is saying, no, I want a new mindset, because your mind hasn't evolved. And in order for you to evolve, your mind has to evolve with you.
And in that transformation, it takes the strengthening of yourself in prayer and in scripture. So we can use that time to deepen our relationship with God, rather than always focusing on what we want or what we want the outcome to be. We have to trust in him. So we have to guard our heart, knowing his promises, and then make our requests known to him
continuously. Pray without ceasing. So that is so good. Oh, this is a good one. The fourth way, wait with obedience and not comparison.
Ooh.
Because comparison Nothing will make you rush God. They already there. I've been trying to get there forever. Why I ain't got mine yet? Why she got her husband? Why? Oh, here's me. Why is everybody having babies before me and they ain't even praying and fasting? And I'm over here struggling. So I was the one.
Yeah.
That was waiting while comparing myself to all the ladies that had what I wanted. And God was saying, wait with obedience, meaning get past you. Obedience requires faith, and you will have what you want, but you got to stop comparing yourself to all the other women that got what you've been praying and fasting for, because God has not forgotten about you. Right. Timing is everything, but you're rushing the moment by comparing yourself to other people. See, I had to understand that my platform had a divine schedule. My platform of being a mother, there was a divine schedule attached to that. And I wanted to rush God because I started comparing myself. And that only took me into depression.
Yeah.
And so Jesus, we look in John 21 and 22. Jesus answered, if I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you? You must follow me. So this is a story where Peter was comparing himself to John. And he was like, well, what about him? He's just gonna, chill. And Jesus had to set him straight. Stay in your lane. Don't worry about John. Right. John is so funny. John in the Bible, he always put the disciple that Jesus loved. He always put the disciple that Jesus loved. He was always referring to him as the disciple that Jesus loved. And so Peter began to get a little bit jealous of him. And so he would tell Jesus, well, what about him? We all going through this and you talking about he going to be alive and we out here struggling. Right. And Jesus said, if I want him to remain alive till I return, what is that to you? Like, stop focusing on him. Your purpose does not include him. This is what Jesus was saying. Worry about yourself. Yeah. That's what Jesus was telling Peter. So stay in your lane because your timing is tailored.
That's so good.
I got one more. Wait with expectation and not discouragement. So waiting well means you're not enduring, you're anticipating. Psalms 27 and 13, I would have fainted unless I believed. See, we have to understand that expectation keeps your faith alive while the delay is going on. So if you have expectation is what's feeding your faith, because your expectation is still there. You get, what's that saying? Keep hope alive. Yeah. Because if we don't keep hope alive, what are we doing? Hoping and wishing upon a star with no anticipation that something is going to happen. That's not true hope. Yeah. So yeah.
I have, like you're saying, when you said earlier about to change your focus. So some serving others, that can shift your focus. So you look for ways to support family, friends, your church family, the community, because serving keeps your heart engaged in active love.
Yes. And serving takes you to another level of purpose. It always does, because you'll find more areas that you could serve in or that you could be a blessing in, because you position yourself to serve and be a blessing. And so as we get ready to close this out, I got the danger of not waiting well. Now, there are some dangers to this that we need to be aware of.
Right.
If you don't wait well, here's what might happen. You'll step on a platform that you're not ready for because you're rushing God. You'll mismanage what God gives you. That's where you're not being a good steward, because you're trying to jump over a couple of things when you still didn't focus on the one thing. You'll collapse under pressure you weren't built to carry. And then you'll think that the world is against you. Nobody's against you. You just weren't ready for the world. Yeah. You stepped out too soon. You stepped out on this platform too soon. And so you got to practice your craft, practice your voice, practice your presence, practice showing up, practice consistency, practice being in the field, practice serving, practice. You have to make sure that you are doing the most when you're not being seen, so you could do the most when you are being seen. So God didn't forget you. A premature platform can become public failure. We have to understand that a premature platform can become public failure. So God didn't forget you. He's not ignoring you, and he's not delaying you out of punishment. He's building something in you that matches what he's about to release through you. Because when your platform shows up, you won't just stand on it. You'll be ready for it. You won't just stand on it. You'll be ready for it. Because God has called us all to greater. It's just we got to be ready. We got to go through the process of manifesting greater. And some of us don't want to humble ourselves to go through that process.
That's so good. I'll add to one of those dangers is not seeking wise counsel.
Oh, that's good.
So in the scripture, Proverbs 11:14, it says, where there is no wise, intelligent guidance, the people will fall. They lose their way. But in the abundance of wise and godly counselors, there is victory.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was one of my.
That's so good.
Yes.
Making sure that we're connected to the right people while we wait for the next thing. And connection is everything, y'all. Connection is everything. You got to steward well the connections. You got to steward well the people that God has placed in your life or whatever time and season. Steward well that, because God is trying to see if he could trust you with that. If you're humble enough to listen, if you're humble enough to be in position, if you're humble enough to say, if you're humble enough to do, God is testing so he could bless you. Yeah. So wait well, wait with a purpose, wait with intention, wait with expectation, wait knowing that God got you. Okay. That's all we got. That's all I got. You got anything else you want to add?
I'll just add that remember that waiting is not passive, but the waiting room is a place for you to grow and use it as a personal development time. So it's the waiting room is fertile ground.
Ground. I love it. Yay. Listen, we hope that you have been blessed, that you got, if it wasn't but one thing out of this entire message, that you got something that's going to help you grow somewhere and be who you need to be for such a time as this. Don't give up in your waiting season. Wait actively. Do what you got to do to show that God can trust you with another level of his glory. All right, we're going to get out of here, but we'll be back same time, same place. No, actually, no.
Next week,
we're going to be in Gulf Shores. So CFW Circle of Fabulous Women, y'all ready? We ready. So Gulf Shores, here we come. We're going to be having a fabulous time at the Embassy Suites Resorts, which is right on the beach out in Gulf Shores. And so y'all pray for us while we're out. So we're going to miss a week, but we'll be back now. Okay. We'll be back ready to go steady with you. Okay. On the next episode of our Faith and Fashion segment, but we'll get out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, tag someone that missed it today. They can always go back and catch the recording. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Fab Talk with Trish M. Do your girl a favor. Share this broadcast on all your social media platforms. Invite a friend to tune in. Help this podcast reach the nation. We all need Jesus, y'all. You sharing this broadcast helps me to reach the masses. If I'm blessing you, then bless your girl back. Share the broadcast. Give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. I got work to do for the King, and I need your help. I appreciate you tuning in to this segment. I'm looking forward to rocking with you on the next episode of Fab Talk with your girl, Trish M.